Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can flip your small account into a big account with huge risk to reward trade. So it's going to be pretty easy, it's going to be same as usual, but we're just going to use few tricks that are going to make our risk to reward huge. So let's get actually to the chart and let's talk about everything that we need to do. So the first thing, we are still going to trade fair value gaps combined with liquidity, and that is just the model that is just working the best because that's all I do every single day and that's all I trade. But today I didn't take a setup, but I'm going to show you how you could have caught 1 to 10, 1 to 15 risk to reward if you wanted to. So it was actually done on the seconds, but you can also do it on the minutes charts. So the first thing of all is we are on the hourly time frame, so we always want to check out what the higher time frame is doing. So the first thing we can see on the higher time frame is that we just kind of accumulated some kind of range right here. So you can see we are in a range, but also one more thing that we can see is that we actually inversed a fair value gap. So this is the only fair value gap that we actually have on the higher time frame right here. Like, it's only nice fair value gap, and you can see that after sweeping this liquidity, market actually came down and inversed this fair value gap. What is an inversion? It's just a disrespect. So we closed with a body below it, so that means that the market actually is very likely to seek next liquidity. So if we actually inverse, where is my drawing tool, if we actually disrespect this fair value gap right here and close below it, what do we want to see? We want to see next liquidity to the downside, which is this slowdown here. And after that, what market did is market just slowly kind of retraced, and also what we do then is we just scale to a lower time frame. On the lower time frame, what we see is just a slow market movement to the upside, nothing like crazy huge with displacements where the market is just showing straight volume to the upside, but it's just slowly going to the upside, which is also leaving us loads of liquidity. So loads of these little lows in the market that we can just target later on, and that's just great for targeting. So we are currently bearish and market is very slowly ranging to the upside. Next thing we want to do is we want to come to the market open. After we know that on the higher time frame we are more bearish than bullish, when we come to market open, which was right around here, let's see, so exactly the market open is right here. You can see that first of all we went a little bit to the upside, and then after that we just started dumping. So you can see right here we swept few of these highs. You can see right here we swept some liquidity to the upside, so a manipulation on the 9:30 open, and then we just started dumping. You can see on the minute chart we didn't have any setup. So how do we get into short positions? Is by inversing a fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap that gets closed below, and then we enter a short position like this, but we didn't even have any fair value gaps. So what do? We just wait for new fair value gaps to form. And if we forward the market right here, you can see that we have dumped and that we left a fair value gap. But the problem with this fair value gap is that we didn't get any liquidity. So the only thing that we done is we swept these lows right here. So we swept a lot of lows, and then if we get the setup, just a continuation inversion right now, which is this right here. So if I go back to the 1 minute chart, if we just get an inversion like this, that really isn't good or valid, because we swept a ton of liquidity right here to the left, but then we didn't sweep any liquidity to the upside like this one right here, for example. So what do? We don't enter this setup, and what happened? This setup just straight failed, and we would have lost money because it just went to the upside after inversion. You can see right here. Then what do we have? Longs, of course, we do not want to look for longs because longs are actually going to fail. But then what happened is, if we fast forward the market, you can see market right now made some kind of new liquidity levels. You can see this one right here and this one right here. So what do we want to see? We want to see a sweep of liquidity. So let's wait to see if that actually happens. There it is. We actually retest a fair value gap. So this one right here. After that, what do? We just wait. But there is one problem, and that's why I told you this setup is going to be kind of weird. So for example, if we now had a fair value gap right here, we just enter on the disrespect, and then we target actually to the downside. So what is the problem? We don't have fair value gap. So on the 1 minute chart, there is no fair value gaps, but we are just desperate to catch this move. That's what we kind of look at the picture today, because we can actually catch a huge move all the way towards this slowdown here, because we know the market really wants to go down there. What do? We open the 30-second time frame, so it's half of 1 minute, so it's 30 seconds. And what happened right here? We have a fair value gap, and what happened? We inversed this fair value gap right here, as you can see. Oh, just give it some time, and here was the inversion. I think we gotta wait for it a bit more. Later on it came, but when we get the inversion, that's exactly when we want to enter the actual position. And you can see right here, this is an inversion like we just dumped and closed exactly at the bottom of it. So the point is that I don't usually take 30-second trades, but I just want to show you kind of example on what you can do and how you can actually catch trades like this. So 30-second inversion after a sweep of liquidity, we had loads of rejection, but then just dumped, inversed it. And then if we target the low down here, so this one right here, which if I go on the 1 hour time frame, is the low that we actually marked previously. And then I go back to, let's say, 30-second time frame where we actually made the entry for this trade. Let's just right now wait to see how this trade is going to play out. And you can see, you can even turn it off like right here. You are still going to make great profits, but if you just want to flip that account like crazy, you just hold it. It's gonna be a little hard, but when it hits 1 to 15 risk to reward, trust me, it's gonna feel amazing. So that's exactly how I would actually flip accounts. I wouldn't go for something dumb, but I would actually wait for a picture perfect setup like this one, where I would just enter and target kind of huge target and hope that market is not going to make any kind of rebalances. And that's literally it. This is how you can catch 1 to 15, even 1 to 20 risk rewards, or maybe 1 to 10s, depending on what you want. But you would just 15x your actual risk. So this is just absolutely huge for some people. So make sure to practice this, backtest it, look at it on the chart, just see those opportunities so you know how to spot them in the future. And that's basically it. I hope that you learned something new in this video and that you are going to maybe catch something like this one day, and that you are going to be able to flip your small account into a huge account. And that's really it. If you like the video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.